How's it going? Good to see you guys. I know it's been like 10 months since the last video, and you know, you're probably like, this kid's just bailing on us. And I'm like, no, we still have a boat, still have a building to build the boat in and do the work on. There's been stuff behind the scenes that we've been working on, and there were some house projects that we had to take care of first. And I was like, you know, maybe I was a little premature on the first video, you know, pump the brakes a little bit there, bud. But so we got some things squared away, and today was supposed to be like an awesome day. I was gonna come down here. I had plans to take the swim platform off, and I was gonna get going. Lots of updates for you as well, with some past content from a few months back of a little trip I took to get some materials. But then Mother Nature kind of had a different plan and decided to fill the shop with 4 inches of standing water. It was awesome this morning. It was really fun. You can still see by the shininess back here that we are still quite wet in here, but I bought some big fans off of Facebook Marketplace, got them running, and I can't run them now because it literally sounds like a jet is in here when they're on. But yeah, so now to the fun stuff. You know, a boat. We have a boat. Back to the boat. Okay, so going back to me talking about how I went on a little adventure. So a few months ago, I was on Facebook Marketplace, as basically almost half of my sentence nowadays, I think, start with. And I found an I-beam, and it was for an actual gantry crane. And I was like, that would work. We could do that. We could use that. And so then I also found these posts, these pillars. And I was like, ooh, we could weld those together and make a nice gantry crane. So I started talking with my father-in-law a little bit, and we came up with a plan. And here's a little clip of me going to get those posts. Well, I've been working on some projects here, and today we're doing something fun. So we've got that project there where we're gonna have to do some diesel pulling, and I need to get some steel to build a gantry crane, because I'm not trying to pay thousands of dollars for a gantry crane to specially fit the birch room. So we're going on a little steel run today, quick Facebook Marketplace run before work. Follow me along. Let's head out. This is it. The beam. The holder. The beam. I ended up finding this I-beam on Facebook Marketplace, like I said earlier, and this is going to be our load bearer to pull out some diesels. Now, another cool little fact here is we are near Groton, New London, and I don't know if this will focus for you, but that there says U.S. Department of the Navy. And conveniently, everything's been scratched out. So definitely not stolen. Definitely not. That brings us to here. Our pillars. So these are going to be our posts that we're going to put underneath that I-beam. And basically, we're just going to do a little boop, boop, and then right in the middle, we'll use the rest of the steel. I'm trying to be a little upcycler, and the rest of the steel is actually coming from an old boat trailer. Now it's all galvanized, which kind of sucks, but we are going to just grind it down, and then I just installed some 220 in the shop, and we are bringing over an acetylene torch and a stick welder, and we are going to get this thing all welded up, put on casters, and it's going to be pretty sweet. Hopefully we'll be able to pull the engines out, because remember, we have to rebuild that pesky motor mount, which, yeah. Another thing that I was thinking about is, how am I going to get decent lighting while I'm doing some of this for a video? We'll just put some work lights up here. We'll move those two most important flags, one to either side, and you should be able to see right down in. So this is her current state, pulled apart. We are going to be taking the cabin sole right out and re-coring the whole thing using Kusa, same with all the deck patches, and just continue right on up through. So I realize there's literally stuff everywhere, because that's what happens when you have ADHD. You just, like, you know, you complete nothing and finish everything. Huh? But so, oh yeah, the casters for the gantry crane. But the reason why we have to take the swim platform off is, one, we got to fit it through this space because a little narrow, and I don't really want to take my superstructure down because it's nice having a loft. It actually is pretty convenient. But I have to be able to fit through this area, and really it's only about a 5-foot gap. So that's going to be fun. Like, check this out. Bruh. So also, somebody whiskey throttled her. It looks like smashed this right into a dock or something, and it's starting to come apart. But what I'd like to do is take the swim platform right off, and then I'm going to take, I bought some big clamps today, shout out to Harbor Freight, and I'm going to clamp it so it's all held together, because all of these are slightly bent and they're under some stress. So what I'm going to do is clamp this after the swim platform is removed, and there are these brackets here that are made out of teak, and they are bolted up to the actual top right here. So this is one of the bolts right here. And what I'm going to do is take these struts basically that are across and re-bed this and epoxy this, and then I'm going to teak oil this entire thing and bring it back and make it look really pretty, because this is, I mean, swim platforms are expensive, and this honestly is like in pretty good shape. It just needs a little bit of work and to not be used as a storage bench anymore. But you know, it happens. So again, I'm so sorry for kind of like the rushed video and like, hey, is this guy actually going to do this? Is he not? Project is still definitely happening. We almost gave the boat the float test today. You know, I almost like was ahead of the game. But while the Quonset hut was drying a bit, I had those fans blowing. I did go to Home Depot. I did a Hobo Freight run, and I snagged some clamps, some casters, and some hardware, and some wood. And what I'm actually going going to end up doing here is making a rolling table, because the next couple of projects here, I have to wait a little while for us to be able to get the welder and everything over. Just, you know, people's projects stack up and they're needed to be used. It happens, and that's not like a super rush job. Like, obviously I want to get those diesels out and I want to go on that project, but there's so many other things I've realized that, you know, we really can get going on and get started. And I just kind of need to tear the Band-Aid off and just like send it, dude. Like, let's get this thing going, because it's going in the water. May of 2024. This has to go in the water. It just has to. Anyways, so what we're going to do is I'm going to make a cart, and it's going to be on casters with locking with locking casters, and that will allow me to have just a roaming cart that eventually, once the gantry crane is built, it will be on this side of the shop. So that will allow me to move this cart back and forth, to be able to move pieces down, and just to stay organized, because as you can see, this place is a literal cluster. And it's messy as all get out. So I really need to just get organized. So on top of that, we got pegboard. So I'm gonna get pegboarding this afternoon. I'm gonna pegboard this half of my workbench, because if I didn't, you guys would probably be watching these videos, and this is a majority of what you'd be watching. There is, okay, I have a vice grip drawer, but why are there no vice grips in the vice grip drawer? All right, what did I do with, all right, where did the, okay, I need to, oh my God, where did I put it? Okay, maybe Marie's right. Maybe I need to organize. Maybe she's right. Remember, your projects would probably go a lot faster if you just decided to organize, and you would know where everything is. Honestly, I just need a beer. This is stupid. I don't even know. What am I coming over here for? So, yeah, it's time to get organized and get this project going. But hey, thank you for sticking around. Again, I'm going to start trying to pump out videos weekly, and really get this project kicked off, and really just keep you guys engaged, and just really get back into the swing of things again. Life happens sometimes. But upcoming video will be taking the swim platform off. Maybe I'll film some clips of me building this cart. If you guys want to see stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have Instagram, follow us on Instagram. I post there every once in a while. Again, I haven't been super on top of it, but we're coming back. And yeah, I hope you have a rainy day and don't get washed away, and have a cold one. See ya.